arts, I wanted to talk today about EMA, emotional martial arts, kind of the thing that I coined, and it's a philosophy of martial arts, not necessarily the techniques, but it's the application of how you learn them and how you know them and how you show them. What does that mean? Well, emotional. Everybody has emotions. So, one of the things that I developed years ago was how people feel, and their personality dictates how they're going to learn, how they're going to practice it, and how they're going to use it. Why? Well, certain people that are of a certain mindset have different feelings, different personalities. I call it the inner deal of martial arts, what I call black belt DNA. Four parts. Part one, driver. Part two, expressive. Quadrant three, amiable. Part four, logical. So let's cover those four areas, and I'll try to stick within one, two, three, four. D stands for driver of the inner deal. The driver personality is very direct, very straight ahead, very power based, very kinesthetic. So when I'm teaching my classes, I got to have them hit stuff. They got to block stuff, tangible stuff, hitting um, a foam target, a paddle, X-ray target, something that they can physically touch and develop speed and power and kinesthetic intelligence. Number two, expressive. Most of the times, I play music. I like high energy music. Sometimes it's classical, but a lot of times high energy music. Expressives are very visual. They got to see it. They're very enamored with the flash. So if it's a spinning kick, a jumping kick, a double kick, ooh, something that's flashy is what's going to attract the expressive learner. Uh, Back to number one, the direct learner, the driver learner is going to be, is it going to hurt the person? Can I generate more power with it? Expressive, is it flashy? Am I going to embarrass them? Am I going to make them look stupid? You know what I'm saying, son? Are you going to be able to draw attention to you? Expressives love to be the center of attention. They love having people cheer them on. They love the adulation. Number three, amiable. They're the counter fighters. They're the ones that will wait. Somebody throws a punch, they'll block and counter the punch. The amiables are the team players. They'll practice everything, but they react on reaction and response. So for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Amiable fighters are better at responding if someone throws a kick, blocking the kick in the right way at the right time at the right area without getting hit. They are the epitome of a counter fighter. Amiables will see all the punches and kicks and know how to block them and defend them. And they will have patience and let you attack to exploit your weak areas. The last one, number four, logical. Logical students like to know balance. Okay, we did the left side 10 times, we did the right side 10 times, we did 25 punches with our right hand doing a back fist. That means we got to do 25 with the left hand with our back fist. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining. The truth hurts. Sometimes a good round kick hurts too. The logicals love patterns. They like to know predictability. They like to know angles. Let's go over that real quickly. The driver personality, fighter, martial artist, go straight line, direct to the point right now. They don't wait, they go right now. The logical is angular, two dimensional. They'll see things, they'll to the left, see things to the right, and then figure out the best approach, the best way to attack something. Number three, expressives. Left, right, up, down, front to back. They're polyrhythmic. They're bouncing and jumping. If you think of somebody with a lot of jump kicks, double kicks, spin kicks, 360 kicks, 540 kicks, that's what the expressives are. They're all over the place, taking up a lot of room and a lot of energy, but they have a lot of energy to give. And bear with me now. The fourth dimension is the amiable. Fourth dimension? How do you get fourth dimensions out of only three? Well, the fourth dimension is space and time. What does that mean? When somebody throws a punch at that time, a counter space is created that the amiable takes advantage of. Somebody opens up with the hand technique, the amiable will block and counterpunch at that right time. They go too early, they're hitting the arm. They go too late, bam, they're already hit. So it's important for people to understand there's four personalities, I call them the driver, expressive, amiable, logical. Everybody is one primarily, maybe a second one secondarily. What does that mean? At work, at your job, based on where it is or what you do and what level you're at, you might be forced to be one of those four based on your job. At home, you might be something totally different. But at your core, you're going to feel a certain way how you gather new information. That's important because when you're teaching students, you're going to have a variety of all four of those types of students. Let me go to music for a minute. So, for songs, people can sing. What does that mean? Well, let's go with the black church. In some circles, some black churches don't have sheet music. Did I go there? I'm sorry. They don't have sheet music, so nobody can read the frickin' notes. What does that mean? That means it's probably an expressive choir director. If you're an alto, yeah, I'm gonna sing the alto part. Okay, he'll play it. He will probably sing it. You got to mimic and copy. Soprano, he'll play it, maybe an octave lower than you sing it in your soprano range. Tenor, he'll play it, sing it. Baritone, he'll play it, you sing it. Once you hear it, how he does it and how the choir director wants it, same thing with the bass. So, an expressive, they don't read sheet music. They can hear it, and if they're a musician, like Lionel Richie couldn't read sheet music, Frank Sinatra couldn't read sheet music, so you'd have to hear it and then work with it. People that can read sheet music would not be expressive, but they would be logical for the most part. What does that mean? They would have the song in the key of A minor or B plus or C, whatever, so they could play it. Bring it to them, they could play it right now. They don't have to practice; they can just read it because they know how to read the sheet music. The driver musician is going to be probably closer to what is easy for them to do, basic stuff, not a whole lot of fancy, flashy stuff. Amiable, they're going to be in a choir. They'll probably read sheet music, but they'll won't want any solos. What does that have to do with karate? What does that got to do with martial arts? It goes back to your personality, how you see things, how you feel about things. That's going to be how you best learn. If you're doing a boxing class but don't like to get hit, that may not be good for you. You might need to do Tai Chi, where there's nothing moving that fast or nothing going to hit you. If you're a driver personality, you probably don't want to do Tai Chi because it moves too slow for you and no one getting hit. Here's the rub. I can teach Tai Chi to the driver and show the effectiveness on how to make it work by speeding it up. And I can teach boxing to the amiable based on how defense and how to parry and how to improve their eye hand coordination and speed. So it comes back to not just who you are, but how you best learn things and getting a match. If somebody is an expressive singer and choir director, and all the people in the choir went to the School of Juilliard of music or went to Ohio State and majored in music, they're always going to want to see the sheet music. The choir director don't know nothing about quote unquote sheet music. Well, we've been singing this for years. Just follow. They're going to try to step his game up. He's going to get frustrated because he ain't got nothing printed out. They're going to get frustrated because he ain't got nothing printed out. How are we supposed to practice? Now, the workaround is understanding greatness leaves clues. So he might just say, here's the part on an audio tape, or now it would be an MP3 file or download, of your soprano, alto, tenor, baritone, bass part. Listen to it, practice it, get to know it, or put it in an app, and then by the sound, it can print the sheet music. So you might have to use technology to bridge the gap. Hey, how you doing, Black Imposter? How you doing? Hello. Um, the third level of understanding why this is important is if you're an instructor of anything, I think it is in your best interest to understand how your students best learn and then teach in those four modalities. Driver, which would be kinesthetic, direct; expressive, which might be flashy, rhythmically, music involved; amiable, teamwork, doing counter drills, doing things as a group; logical, doing things that are predictable. You do 10, like for example, progression, like when I'm teaching, teach kids at a daycare, doing a progression like 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be as simple as doing a jab cross, jab cross hook, jab cross hook, uppercut. So I build on that progression. Jab, jab cross hook, jab cross hook, cut. I use the word cut because it's one syllable. Easy for kids to say jab cross hook cut versus jab cross hook uppercut. Three. So I try to simplify as a driver instructor. Make it easy, simple, to the point. Now, I'm going to use music, and also I'm going to use call and response. So I'm going to hit as many different modalities. Jab, 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 cross. Their response, jab, cross, jab, cross, hook. And they'll say, jab, cross, hook. Then I'll go, jab, cross, hook, cut. Jab, cross, hook, cut. Switch. Then we'll do the other side. Jab, jab, cross, hook, jab, cross, hook, cut. So both sides are always, excuse me, both sides in teaching are always important so that they have balance of the left side and the right side. With their brain, the synapses part of the brain allows them to develop their left side of the brain, which controls their right side of the body, and then the other side controls the other side. So it's like cross circuitry. And then also, when the brain fires, they're learning different types of speeds. What do you mean, different types of speeds? Well, there's the visual speed, seeing it; auditory speed, hearing it; mental speed, calculating it. Then you got the electrical speed, chemical speed, and mechanical speed. Hey, how you doing, Vero? Thank you for joining. My double chin. Okay, I'll try to shave that next time. All right, thank you. Uh, but it's important as in martial arts, as a black belt and instructor, to understand the technique you want to teach, whether it's your curriculum or your system, but also how can the students best learn. And I try to teach one technique four different ways with a drill. What does that mean? Well, let's say I'm doing a back fist. So as a driver, we might hit something. We might hit a focus mitt. We might hit a heavy bag or a paddle, something like that. As an expressive student, we might do different types of back fists. Front hand back fist, horizontal, 45-degree angle; a drop back fist; a switch your feet, fake a kick, throw a back fist; a spinning back fist; a jump back fist. So we'll do different types of back fist. As an amiable, I might have them do it on reaction time. So I might use the word go. For when they hear the word go, they do a back fist. Ready, go! And they throw a back fist. Ready, no! No was not the word go. So the kids that do the punch, I got to get them to think it's like, oh, oh. So they need to hear not a noise, not a sound, but the proper word of go. So I'll use flow, crow, go. No, no, go. Larry Curly, Mo, go. And so by teaching Taekwondo, I can improve the kids' awareness, their listening skills, and also their comprehension skills. So now they can throw a back fist, but now I'm getting them to throw it at the proper time, at the proper angle, against the proper technique. And we'll also do it as a counter fighter. So somebody throws a kick, they throw a back fist. Somebody throws a punch, I do a block to a back fist. And then as a logical, I might do 5 different progressions. Front hand back fist horizontal. Front hand back fist 45 degree. Front hand back fist drop. Rear hand back fist horizontal. Jumping back fist. Spinning back fist. So I'll do each one of those 10 to 20 times for the logical student. But as I do that, they might do a couple hundred different back fists by the time they're done, but they will learn how to recognize how to use it in different situations. Hey, how you doing, KR? Thanks for joining. My name is Grandmaster Griffin of Griffin Martial Arts, and I am out getting ready to go teach a class right now, believe it or not, at a daycare with little preschoolers and pre-K. Yes, I teach them weapons, and we do collie sticks. We'll do swords. They're foam, made out of foam, um, and nunchucks, and it helps with their eye-hand coordination. It also helps with their um, self-confidence because they're learning defense against some of those techniques. All right, guys, I will see you later. Thanks for popping in. Go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and support the channel if you like, and I will see you later. Alrighty, just follow me. Go ahead and subscribe. John Waterborough. Okay, I've trained tons of champions. Um, what style have you trained in? Or if not, like I said, I train, teach students in Taekwondo and martial arts. We do weapons, comma, bow, staff, things like that. But thank you for joining. I will see you guys on the next live stream. Thank you for joining, and I'll talk to you guys soon.